What sucks about being a man? 5 years ago, my life changed in a second when my abusive and violent wife snapped. She attacked me while I was holding our toddler, and our baby was in the crib. I grabbed my son and drove to my dad's house in another state, hoping to keep us safe. Not long after the police called, she reported that I'd attacked her, stolen the car, and kidnapped our son. I told them my side, thinking they'd understand, but they told me to come back to New York and check in with the detective. So I did, and was arrested on the spot. I spent the night in jail, charged with domestic violence. The court slapped a restraining order on me, banned me from seeing my kids, and refused to let me return home. I lost everything I owned, including my medical equipment. I had to start from scratch, so I got a small place, bought clothes, and tried to make a fresh start. The court also ordered me to attend an expensive and weekly domestic violence class for over a year. The class was strict. Even if you missed even one session, you were cut from the classes and reported to the police. They also only talked about men hurting women. When anyone asked about women being violent, they'd get called out for blaming the victim. So I kept quiet about my story. Then, they stole almost my whole salary for child support. I barely had enough for food and rent. I also had diabetes, so I went without meals and had to skip my medication just to keep up with the payments. When I couldn't afford the class fee for 1 week, I was kicked out and threatened with jail. I had to stop taking my meds altogether just to get by. After 2 years of this, I finally won 2 hours of visitation every Saturday. But by the time I saw my youngest son, he already took his first steps, turned 3, and started talking. I missed all of it, but the abuse still didn't stop. One time I showed up and she blocked the door, screaming at me in front of the neighbors. She kicked me in my groin, so I called the police. They told me to walk it off. I fought every step, talking to lawyers, joining support groups, trying to tell my story. But my lawyer finally told me to plead guilty. Going to trial would destroy me. I took the advice and ended up getting another year of that class. Life's still tough, but I'm holding